Hey there, how are you guys doing? Kids, I think that I might be coming to your school really soon to do an author visit, and so I'm so excited about doing that. And for those of you who don't know me too much, I want to share maybe about 10 interesting facts about me so you guys can get to know me. Well, first, I am a children's book author and illustrator. I've got over 100 books published, but there's a lot of other things about me that I'd like to share as well. The number one fact I want to share is that I absolutely love disc golf.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real talent.
Yes, it's like frisbee golf. It's like you kind of take like a frisbee and you throw it and you play like golf, but you play out in parks, and it's just so much fun. You get a lot of good exercise. I meet a lot of friends, and I hope that you guys can give it a shot as well. My kids, my son TJ, he also likes to play with me inside the house. We actually have a disc golf basket inside the house, and he likes me to draw pictures on his discs. So he likes me to do little characters that he likes. So this is Pikachu. So I drew a little for him. Also, I think this is Phineas from Phineas and Ferb. I don't know if you guys like Phineas and Ferb, but a little bit of Phineas. And then Wanda from The Fairly Odd Parents. And then this one here is not a disc, it's a frisbee, but this one is Lincoln Loud from The Loud House. And anyway, hopefully you guys will give disc golf a shot. It's a lot of fun. Now the second interesting fact about me is I am married to a librarian, and we have 5 kids together. I got 3 step kids, 2 little ones, and we actually met. She was actually a librarian at a school, invited me to come to her school, and then we just hit it off, and just like in months later, we just got married, and we've been really happy, having a really good time, and I really want you guys to meet her and all my kids as well. They're all very interesting, really funny, and I think you guys are gonna like them as well. Also, fact number 3, I have a basketball hoop in my living room.
They're playing basketball
All around the world.
Yes, I remember when we decided to move here to Keller, Texas. We're looking for houses. My wife's family lives around here, and we found this one house that had really high ceilings, and I was like, wow, that looks like we could build a basketball court in the living room. My wife thought I was crazy, but I told her, you know what? If you let me have a basketball court in our living room, I will buy us this house. And she said yes. And so we have a basketball hoop in the house. So I play with my son Nicholas, and we shoot around. We can shoot like NBA 3-pointers from the foyer right next to the front door. It's a lot of fun. I love basketball. Fact number 4, I once ate, count them, 10 lobsters in one sitting. I love lobster. I love seafood. And
Ugh! Greasy, fatty, sticky, and gummy! It's delicious!
also, number 5, I actually used to be a basketball coach. I actually coached my son's youth basketball team. And not only that, but my wife and I, we actually owned a youth basketball organization. We ran it here in Keller. And I remember one time I was coaching my son. He was a good player. He's a big boy, so he always played center, but he was actually a pretty good dribbler for his size. And one time our team, we were down, but then we started making a comeback, and he was dribbling because he had just gotten a steal, and then he could have gotten an easy layup, but he decides to pull back and shoot a 3-pointer. And we were like, no, swoosh, and it goes, and we were like, yes! And so it was so exciting, and I actually didn't coach him to do that. He did it himself, but it was a really memorable moment. Now, interesting fact number 6, I actually used to work at a donut shop. Yes, my parents owned a donut shop in Houston in the Clear Lake area. It was called Danny's Donuts. Anyway, the sign, if you see it, it exists today, but it has Danny the Donut Man on the sign, which I drew. And so he actually looks a lot like Humpty Dumpty from my first book, except he has like a big hole right in the middle of his chest right over there. But I remember when I worked there, I felt so sad because I hate wasting things. So I felt so sad that all the donuts had to get wasted and thrown away at the end of the day. So I decided in order not to waste them, I would take each donut and take a bite out of every single donut, eat it, and then throw it away in the garbage can. Also, number 7, I love 80s music. Yes, 80s music rocked. I am a child of the 80s. I was born in 1972, and I actually, my first record that I ever bought myself was Def Leppard's Pyromania, and I just loved the cover. Let's see, I loved like REO Speedwagon, cheesy stuff like Chicago, and but I also liked to 80s classic rock as well. Now, fact number 8. I actually used to be an art teacher. I taught art and photography at Fort Worth Country Day School, and it was a K through 12 school. So the elementary grades, I taught 3rd grade. I also taught 7th and 8th grade and all of the high school grades, so 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade as well. Number 9. I'm actually the youngest of 5 kids. Yes, we had 7 in our family, and I was the very youngest. And because I was youngest, you might think I was like really spoiled. In fact, my brothers and sisters probably thought I was spoiled as well. But we were kind of raised to like work hard, and being the youngest in an Asian family, you were the one that everybody else told what to do, and you had to do it.
Bring honor to us all.
So you had to honor your parents and your elders, and so whatever they asked me to do or told me to do, I had to be a good, obedient son and just do it. And so, you know, every now and then I rebelled a little bit, but, you know, not too much. I tried to be a good boy. I was the youngest of 5 kids, and ironically, I now am a father of 5 children as well. And so I guess I just like that number. 5's a good number. Now, interesting fact number 10. I love eggs. Eggs. I absolutely love eggs. When I grew up, we weren't very like a rich family or anything. We came from Cambodia, and we were actually, we went to a refugee camp in Thailand, and during the Vietnam War, and then an American family helped sponsor us over here to America when I was 3 years old. And so when I came here, my parents, they didn't have a lot of money. We didn't speak English very well or at all. And so we couldn't afford a lot of meat. We couldn't afford to eat, you know, fancy restaurants or anything like that. But what we could afford was rice and eggs. Eggs were pretty cheap. So my mom would fry up eggs and eat it with rice, sometimes with a little fish sauce or soy sauce. And so I grew up eating a lot of eggs, a lot of fried eggs. And so now, I don't know if there's a correlation, but now I actually, my very first book that I had written and illustrated is about an egg, Humpty Dumpty After the Fall. This one you guys might be most familiar with because I travel and I do little pictures of Humpty Dumpty, and this is probably the book that you're most familiar with because most of the printings look just like this. But did you know that when the book first came out in 1996, it looked totally different? It wasn't a red cover. In fact, it was a blue cover, and it had a totally different illustration. And my very first edition, I was so excited when it came out. When I just wanted to like do something extra special, so I decided to autograph every single book and number them. So like out of the 2,000 books that were printed, I numbered every single book with an autograph. So this one's numbered 428 out of 2,000. So each book became more and more valuable to me. And now, if you notice, they're quite different. There's blue, as in like first place ribbon, and red, second place ribbon. But now it's been about 20 years, of the first release. So I did a 20-year anniversary, a 10th printing of Humpty Dumpty after the fall, and I redesigned the cover and you know, a little glossy. I don't know if you can see the shine right there, little spot gloss. But this one here is another special edition, so you can see it's a little bit different from the main one. But I also have the sequel called Humpty Dumpty Saved the Day as well. And this one here, I think you guys will really enjoy this. He goes to help other nursery rhyme characters that really need help. But I absolutely love eggs, and I am excited about drawing an egg for you when I see you. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Now, one last thing before I let you guys go. At your school, we might be having a Humpty Dumpty coloring contest. And if we do, and you do receive a sheet that looks a little bit like this, now it's inverted a little bit, so you're gonna have to kind of flip it around, you know. Oh, that didn't quite work. But it's gonna be a Humpty Dumpty coloring contest. Now, if you color this, you draw a new face for Humpty Dumpty, and you also, on the back side, you might be getting a form that looks a little bit like this. So there's gonna have a writing element and a illustrating element. And so if you can show that you're a great writer and a great artist, then you have a chance to win a free book when I show up at your school. Now, on the back, some of the questions here, I'm gonna go over them with you a little bit. Number one, the question is, what is your favorite Woody Kuon book and why? So if you can tell me which one you love most and why, and explain it well, you have a great chance of winning. Now, number two, it says, if you had the chance to ask the author anything, what awesome and unique question would you ask him? So think, if there's any question at all you can think of that you can ask, go ahead and put it there, because I have another thing too where you can actually take that question, and I have a way that you guys can actually submit it on YouTube, and then I will try to answer every single question that comes in if possible. So I'm gonna try to do that. And the third thing, it says, the author wants to get your input on this new YouTube channel. So what cool thing would you like him to do or say in his next video? So this one's optional. If you have any great ideas, if you want to see me draw something, or if you want to see me dance or show you some disc golf or basketball or writing techniques, whatever it is that you want me to do on the new YouTube channel, I am taking special requests. So that one's an optional one if you want to submit that. Now, if you subscribe to this YouTube channel, Woody Kuon, Kuon, and you submit your questions there, not only will I try to write back every single one of you, but we're gonna start having contests, and we're gonna have challenges where you can also win more free books or free illustrations. I'm gonna do like neat little things. I might do some drawings on some discs for you as prizes, but make sure you subscribe and respond to me there. And whenever you need some advice on anything, just write to me right on the YouTube channel, and I will hopefully get back to you as soon as I can. Anyway, I am so excited about seeing you guys, and I hope that you guys will have a really, really great time with me. Take care. Signing off. Bye.